Rajumna Swami will sing some kirtan. He will speak about the significance of initiation or diksha. Then the currently aspiring disciple will come forward, take vows, receive beads like this, and you name. The beads are part of the vow. You will learn about it as the ceremony unfolds. And then the focus will turn to this fire. Interesting for us to witness if you haven't seen an initiation ceremony before, a Vaishnava initiation ceremony. And very colorful and festive as well. A very special day for the disciple, a very festive, special day for the community that support that disciple in their commitment. And we're all grateful that you're here to be part of it as well. Thank you very much.
Purifies many Puranas, 108 Puranas, and this is one of the Puranas with auspicious verses. And the translation of this verse is, of material life. If one can remember the lotus-eyed Krishna, he becomes externally and you take the spoon in your left hand and you pour 3 drops of water into your right hand. Can maybe help it there. And then you look at the water and you repeat after me. You say, Om Keshavaya Namaha. You sip the water. Now take the spoon again and put 1 drop in your right hand and throw it to the side because the lips have touched the hand. To the side, yeah, okay. Now we'll chant this mantra. Everyone can repeat after me. Om Apitrava Papitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Ya Smaret Punarikaksham Sa Bhaya Vayantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Now Beverly, same thing repeated with a different mantra. Left hand, 3 drops of of water into your right hand. You look at the water and repeat after me. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Sip the water, and then 3 drops into the right hand and put it to the side. Everyone, Om Apitrava Papitrava Sarvavastam Gatopiva Ya Smaret Punarikaksham Sa Vaya Vayantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. And 1 more time, 3 drops into the right hand. Look at the water and say Om Madhavaya Namaha. Then 1 drop into the right hand. And again, everyone, Om Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Ya Smaret Punarikaksham Sa Bhaya Vayantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Hare Krishna. So now I will speak briefly about the importance of this function, initiation. We'll quote a verse actually from a very important scripture in India called the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's from the first canto, first chapter, verse 22. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So the Sanskrit is Tvamna Shandashito Datra Dushtanam Nistitirshatam Kalim Sattva Haram Pumsham Karna Dara Ivadanam. The translation: we think we have met your goodness by the will of providence, just so that we may accept you as captain of the ship for those who desire to cross the difficult ocean of Kali, which deteriorates all the good qualities of a human being. Please repeat. We think that we have met your goodness by the will of providence, just so that we may accept you as captain of the ship for those who desire to cross the difficult ocean of Kali, which deteriorates all the good qualities of a human being. This is a purport, a commentary by our teacher, you see on here on the wall, Srila Prabhupada. The age of Kali is very dangerous for the human being. Human life is simply meant for self-realization. But due to this dangerous age, men have completely forgotten the aim of life. In this age, the lifespan will gradually decrease. People will gradually lose their memory, finer sentiments, strength, and better qualities. A list of the anomalies for this age is given in the 12th canto of this work. And so this age is very difficult for those who want to utilize this life for self-realization. The people are so busy with sense gratification that they completely forget about self-realization. Out of madness, they frankly say that there's no need for self-realization because they do not realize that this brief life is but a moment on our great journey towards self-realization. Learned men, therefore, must be cautious of this age, and if they at all want to cross over the dangerous ocean of Kali Yuga, they must follow the footsteps of the sages of Naimisharanya and accept Shuta Goswami, or his bona fide representative, as the captain of the ship. The ship is the message of Lord Sri Krishna in the shape of Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Agyan Timadandasya Gyanan Gyana Shalakaya Chakshunimiritam Tena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Mano Vishtam Shtapitam Jena Bhutale Shwayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadanti Sva Padantikam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakti Vrindam Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So today is a very auspicious day for Beverly because we are accepting her as our duly initiated disciple. Actually, this initiation ceremony has been compared to second birth. Our first birth, of course, is from the womb of our mother and father, but the yogis, the rishis, the sages, they say that's actually a birth into ignorance. Why ignorance? Because we've rejected Krishna and a life of eternality, knowledge, and bliss, and we left the spiritual world for this material world, which is just the opposite. It's temporary, full of ignorance, and it's very problematic. You see the painting here. This depicts the spiritual world, and in the spiritual world, we have a spiritual body. It's described as Nayovanam Cha, eternally youthful. The spiritual body doesn't take birth, it doesn't get disease, doesn't grow old, doesn't die. We're, you could say, sweet 16 eternally. Sat Chidananda Vigraha. And that body is in quality one with Krishna. Krishna also, he has the supreme form of eternity, knowledge, and bliss, a spiritual form. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, we exchanged that form for this material body. Our spiritual master compared the material world to a prison, in the sense that a maximum security prison. It's hard to get out. It's hard to get mukti. It's hard to get liberation from this material world, from the repetition of birth and death, reincarnation. And just like a prison typically has four very high walls that the prisoners can't escape from, so in our confinement in this material world, the world of samsara, there's four very high walls: birth, disease, old age, and death. These are unconquerable, except by the process of yoga, which one can transcend and go back to the spiritual world. Very difficult to overcome. Even with all the science and technology and the AI that we're utilizing now, one can't stop birth, you can't stop disease. There'll be another round of COVID or something like it in the centuries to come. You can't stop old age, and you can't stop death. So it's like a prison. We come from freedom to bondage, from the spiritual world to the material world. So in a prison, typically the prisoners, they have special uniforms. Nowadays, I think, so they can catch them when they escape, they're bright yellow or bright orange. But typically in the old days, they were black and white stripes to distinguish the prisoners from the officers working inside the prison house. So in the same way, when we come to this prison house of material existence, the material world, the uniform is the body. What is the body? We're not the body, we're the spiritual energy within the body, we're the spark of life within the body. We say in Sanskrit, we're the Atman, with the soul. It's the soul that gives life to this lifeless body, because it's just matter. And matter it's not conscious, it's not living. There's so many material things here. They're not living, they're not conscious. So what gives this material body the semblance of life is the Atman, the soul. But unfortunately, that soul, which is more brilliant than 10,000 suns rising simultaneously, is confined to a body with a liver and a pancreas and intestines and urine and stool. And beauty's only skin deep. That's partially the truth. Real beauty is the soul within the body. So now we're wearing our uniform here in the material world. It's nothing to be proud about. But this birth that Bhakti and Beverly is taking today, this is a second birth. By this birth, by taking this particular second birth, which means being very serious about the yogic process, in her case, chanting every day, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. There's a transformation. It's a gradual transformation, granted. We're given typically 100 years for this purpose, because it's not so easy to become self-realized as taking a pill or reading one book or practicing yoga casually. It's with determination. But this process has been made easier. Sing Hare Krishna, dance in ecstasy, hear some philosophy so that it's authoritative, and then when you're tired, go out into the courtyard in the evening and take some nice vegetarian food offered to Krishna. What could be more simple? Why, if you have to go to the top of a building and you're in a hurry, why take the stairs when you can take the elevator? So this is the elevator process, this process of bhakti yoga. And there's a transformation. Just like the caterpillar. When I was young, I was fascinated by, the bugs and the worms and the insects and the butterflies. I used to catch caterpillars, especially the monarch butterfly. Caterpillars are kind of, with all due respect, ugly little creatures. They're kind of long and they have, 32 or 36 legs, and they're all moving. Nobody's attracted to a caterpillar. In fact, but the caterpillar has a point in its life when it feels a need for change. It's a natural evolution, a need for change. So the caterpillar, by nature's arrangement, she makes a cocoon for herself. And she goes inside that cocoon. Let's say she meditates. I'm not exactly sure what caterpillars think about in the cocoon, but something's going on there, some higher process. And I remember after 2 months, 20 days, the cocoons would pop open and the ugly caterpillar would fly away as a butterfly. So beautiful. Butterflies are so beautiful. I was in the Amazon jungle one time for 6 months, and one of the most attractive features were these butterflies this big. Blue, yellow, green, red, stripes like this. I was just fascinated. So that's an analogy given to the yogi who has this uniform. I mean, we're proud of our bodies, you know. We look in the mirror, I look good today, I look bad. It's a bit of an illusion. It's the soul that's beautiful. Once the soul leaves the body, no one's interested. You put it in the ground or you burn it or whatever, because the soul has left the body, so the soul's no longer beautiful. So we want to free the soul. We want to fly away like the butterfly. Therefore, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. But you have to learn. Just like any science, you need a teacher. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Tadvidi paripatena paripashana sevaya upadekshanti tegyanam jnaninash tattva darshana. Darshana means one who's seen. Either actually seen the soul or the super soul, or has seen in the sense of having the knowledge, like the third eye, to see things as they are. We have to approach a spiritual teacher, and he'll teach us an authorized process how to go from caterpillar to butterfly. Therefore, it's stated in the Vedic scriptures, Janame Janame Shabe Pita Matapaya Krishna Guru Nahi Mile Bhajahariye. Very beautiful verse. Everyone gets a mother and father, but if one gets the benediction of Krishna and Krishna's representative, the Guru, he can conquer over the material energy and return back to Godhead by serving the Lord. Janame Janame Shabi Pita Matapaya Krishna Guru Nahi Mile Bhajahariye. And just as the material father plants the seed of life into the mother, into his wife, so the spiritual father, the spiritual master, gives us the opportunity for spiritual life by awakening the seed of love of God that's there in the heart of every living entity at the moment of initiation. Within the heart of every created being, there's a golden seed called prema, or love. Love for the divine, love for the divine couple, Shri Radha and Krishna. That seed is there in the heart, but it's not fructifying because we're disinterested. We're just interested in material activities, material enjoyment, sense gratification, which is the opposite to that divine love. So the seed remains dormant. Just like if you go springtime, you know, when we plant the harvest. You go to the store, you buy the seeds. The seeds may have been sitting on the shelf for months or even years. They don't fructify. But if you take the seed and you put it in some fertile soil and you water it, nature's arrangement, it's almost mystical, isn't it? It's dormant for so many months, and you just add the authorized process, you water it, seed begins to grow. It becomes a tender little creeper. Grows and grows, becomes stronger, becomes a bush, and you get roses, marigolds, jasmine. Material energy is mystical in many ways. So in the same way, there's a seed in the heart. It's there eternally. So the spiritual master, he gives the blessings to the disciple to water that seed with mantra. It's figurative, but it's applicable. You can water the seed of love in the heart by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So therefore my spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, the founder of this great movement that's spreading like wildfire all over the world because it's such a simple and joyful process, he said every intelligent man and woman should have a spiritual teacher. It doesn't mean that you have to be living in Rishikesh or Haridwar or Vrindavan, Jagannath Puri. You can be who you are. Doesn't matter who you are. You can be a businessman, an athlete, an entrepreneur, a model, whatever. But you should have a spiritual teacher who can guide you through the labyrinth of material existence, because there's also easier ways to live in this world so as not to cause too much trouble. It's called Niti Shastra. Simple life with high thinking. Not complicated life with no time to think. Isn't it interesting? The rishis, the yogis, the sages, they learned the art of living in this world. Simple living with high thinking. Most of us are trapped into a world of complicated life with no time to even question, who am I? Where have I come from? Why am I struggling? What happens at death? Is there an absolute truth? Is there an alternative to this? Is there a spiritual world? Most of us don't have the time because we're busy like bees, taking care of the body, fascinated by the so-called pleasure of this material world. But it comes a time in everyone's sojourn, I've seen in this world, where one does stop for a moment, looks around, and thinks, maybe this isn't all there is to existence. Maybe there's an alternative. It's just not working for me. Like if this microphone stops working, I don't keep beating it and trying to make it work. I find an alternative. So if material life is not working, I want to be happy, I don't want to get sick, I don't want to die. Well, the best thing is to search out, is there an alternative? And that alternative is explained by the Guru. The Guru has to explain to us the futility, ultimate futility of trying to enjoy in this world and give us a positive alternative, how to get home, where every step is a dance, every word is a song, and there's a festival like this every day. It's not utopian, it's not a dream, it's not a hallucination, it's a fact. So therefore we have to search out a spiritual teacher. The great logician Chanakya Pandit, he said, there does not exist a ruby in every mountain, nor a pearl on the head of every elephant, nor sandalwood trees in every forest, nor will one find a spiritual master in every birth. But if we find one, we're most fortunate. One of our great saints, Rupa Goswami, in his book Padyavali, he's calling out for that. We say kripa or mercy. He says, I am drowning in the painful, fathomless whirlpool of material existence. O Lord, O friend of those who have no shelter, O effulgent moon of mercy, please, just this one time, quickly extend your hand to save me. What does that mean? From the spiritual world, Krishna, the long arm of the law, they say, he reaches down into the material world and he picks you up. No, Krishna's engaged with his liberated devotees in the spiritual world in very sublime rasa or loving pastimes. He sends his representative who teaches us the process to go home. And if we have such a representative, we can make it. Otherwise, we follow other people deeper into material existence. One of my guru's guru, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he gave a nice example one time. He spoke about Gauru. Similar to Guru, right? Guru and Gauru. Guru takes us out of material existence, and Gauru takes us back through the journey again and again of materialist existence. And Gauru is a name for cow. It's interesting. Sanskrit words can mean different things, but he played on this word. He said, Gauru, he told the story one time of a blind man who was going to visit a friend, and he lost his way. And finally he came across a compassionate person, a cowherd man, who offered him to help. He said, I know where your friend lives. It's not that far from here. But because you're blind, you hold on to the tail of this Gauru, this cow. I'll slap him on the back, and he'll take you there right away. So the blind man said, okay. So he held on to the tail of that cow, and the cowherd man slapped the back of that cow. And he started running through all the thickets and the bushes and the brambles and the scraping on the side of the trees, and fell over into the water. And finally they made it. But what kind of condition was he in? So we don't want to follow Gauru. Teachers who teach us just how to extend our stay in this material world, how to enjoy material enjoyment in so many different ways, drinking, rabble-rousing, this and that, and parties and discos, and no. Let's lead the simple life, the pure life, by following Guru back to the spiritual world. So what process does the Guru give us to do that? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare... That's even holding the tail of a Gauru. And this holy name, it's a science. How does it work? Well, there's different obstacles on the path back to the spiritual world, created by our own selves. We have the karma in our heart, karmic reactions that we've accumulated, birth after birth after birth. We haven't always been little angels. There's that saying, the devil made me do it. We all make mistakes, some big, some small. Maybe there's some horror stories in previous lives we didn't act properly. At the same time, we may have given in charity. We may have helped a little old lady across the street. We have within our heart good and bad karma. So the bad karma, it can be erased to give you a smooth path back to the spiritual world. And it's there sitting in the heart, that bad karma. It's like festering. Like, cancer. Cancer is called a silent killer, because you don't know it's there until it comes to the third or fourth stage. Isn't it? Cancer is called a silent killer. Usually we don't catch it till it's too late. We feel the pain, we feel the tumor. It's been growing for a long time. So karma's like that. I'm okay. I don't need God. I don't need spiritual life. Look at me, I'm doing fine. 2 weeks later, a heart attack or something. So karma's there. So how to get free from that? How to cleanse the heart of karmic reactions? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. It's not. Why does it have to be complicated to clean the body? There was a time in the history of the human race where people didn't know about soap, and they were all dirty for much of their life, and as a result, disease came and early death. The solution, what's the solution now? A bar of soap, Bubba. You get a bar of soap, scrub-a-dub-dub, 3 men's in a tub. Right? So why should spiritual life be so complicated, so difficult, so austere? Some austerities, of course. We have to let go of our attachments. But how to cleanse the heart? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Suchinam, clean. Like you come out of the shower, isn't it? You feel refreshed. That's why in India people with the sadhus take 3 baths a day. It's refreshing. So when you chant Hare Krishna, you feel refreshed. I saw it last night. Everyone was after the kirtan. Oh, that was wonderful. What was wonderful? Even you don't know the full glories of the holy names of Krishna, still it's working. Like medicine, you go to the doctor. I'm sick. Okay, take these antibiotics, whatever, for 9 days, 3 times a day, and it works. But you don't know how it's working, but because it's authorized, it works. So this chanting is authorized. Harinam, Harinam, Harinam eva kevalam, kalo nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatiranyathat. Brihat Narayan Purana. Millions of years ago, it was spoken and written down, giving us this simple process of chanting Hare Krishna as a remedy for all problems in the age of Kali Yuga. And it also uproots material desires, which are the source of that karmic reaction. So it's very powerful. Like, who wouldn't chant? Like, is it true? It's true. Because the sages say it, it's there in the scriptures, and it's come down from Krishna, who's concerned about our struggle in material existence. So when you chant Hare Krishna, your material desires, which are very powerful, they loosen up, and you develop spiritual desires, which is the real thing. Therefore, this same saint, Rupa Goswami, he prays as follows. Krishna, now that we have become your devotees, your holy names have affectionately created a jubilant festival in our mouths. Your bodily splendor, like a dark rain cloud, has become the black ointment of our eyes, and the music of your flute has become the ornament of our ears. We no longer take pleasure in material desires. O Krishna, material desires no longer appear beautiful to us. Old habits die hard. We're yogis, and we hear that from the yogi masters, you have to give up this, give up this. I don't think I can do it. You can only give up something if you get something better. And the best comes from the reservoir of pleasure, Krishna, in the form of that mantra. Let's say it again. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So this is what Beverly's getting. She's getting, of course, any time you chant Hare Krishna, there's some purification. But to get the perfection of chanting, which is awakening that seed of love, everyone wants to love and be loved. For Krishna, for that divine love, you have to be initiated into the mantra. Then you can get. So it's so very valuable. And it's the most treasured thing, actually, for us who are initiated devotees. We feel the refreshment, we feel, after coming out of the shower, you're refreshed. We feel that on a spiritual level, higher spiritual level, that by the mercy of the holy name, we're becoming who we want to be. We're becoming who we should be. We're becoming who we actually are, a spirit soul. Fascinated in love with the divine. We're getting that little drops of that. So we keep going, and we want to protect that treasure. Just like if the word gets out, you have a treasure in your house, you're going to have thieves. You public basement at this corner, you can be sure the thieves will come. So there are thieves who can steal this treasure of the holy names and the benefit we get from it. So therefore, to protect ourselves from those material thieves who want to take our spiritual bhakti, at initiation, the candidate promises to follow 4 rules. Kind of like, it's called a kavacha. Kavacha means like armor, like the knights, they would wear armor into battle. So we can protect ourselves from the influences, at least to people who have no knowledge of. So we have to put the time in. You get out of the world 16 times around. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. So just like you don't get tired of it in the evening, we're chanting for an hour, 3-4 hours, same mantra, you don't get tired because it's a transcendental sound vibration. It's not of this world. It comes from that world, which is eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. So you don't get tired chanting Hare Krishna in the evening. And if you're a serious candidate for mukti or liberation and for devotion, then you will find time to sit every morning for 2 hours and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So I met Beverly, I can't remember how many years, 20 years ago or something. She was working at the US Embassy in Moscow. And I have spent a lot of time in the former Soviet Union. When it was communist, I was traveling as a monk, but I didn't wear these clothes. I had a 3-piece suit. I had a wig, fake mustache, and I carried a suitcase of Johnny Walker bourbon liquor. Well, wait a minute, you're the teacher. But I figured if they caught me, they wouldn't think I was a monk, because I had liquor with me, right? So that was the former Soviet Union, but then Perestroika, Glasnost came, and she was working with the US government there, and somehow we met, and she became interested. Everyone has their reason for becoming interested, and she's been following me, and I've been guiding her for many, many, many years now. And she requested initiation, which means going home back to Godhead by seriously chanting. So I've agreed to take her as a disciple. It's more like a spiritual daughter, you could say, because the relationship with the spiritual master is a formal relationship, but also he's a mentor, he's a problem solver, he's the dearmost friend. He's, for the disciple, the guru is everything, because he's our link out of this world. Krishna is very far away at the moment, but his representative is there. Just like here in India, you have the French embassy. France is very far away, but the ambassador is almost as good as the country itself. So when we find a spiritual master, we take him literally like that, as a representative of Krishna. Follow his example, mostly importantly, follow the knowledge that he's sharing, that he got from his guru, who got his knowledge from his guru, who got his knowledge from his guru, to the original guru, Sri Krishna, who spoke Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years ago. Summary of initiation. Yes, so we'll proceed with the initiation ceremony. There's more to come. At this point, Beverly will come forward. She's a shy lady, so it's not so easy for her. And she'll make her vows here in public. And then I will give her her beads and a spiritual name. Because it's like you're kind of joining a spiritual family. We have our mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters, and that's all very dear to our heart, is very important. But this is like joining a spiritual family of like-minded sadhus, sadhu sangha, but formally, like in a real way, joining a society of devotees. So just like when a girl gets married, she takes on the family name of her husband. She changes her name a little bit. So at the moment of initiation, a candidate gets a spiritual name, which they identify with more strongly than their material name. So we've chosen a very beautiful spiritual name for Beverly. She's only Beverly for 45 more seconds. We'll give her her name. So we'll ask her to come forward. She can sit here, yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. So Beverly, what are the 4 rules and regulations you promise to follow for the rest of your life? And how many rounds of the Hare Krishna mantra, this blissful mantra, will you chant every day?
I promise to chant at least 16 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra every day.
Okay, thank you.
And I promise to refrain from meat eating, eggs and fish, illicit sex, gambling, and intoxication.
Thank you very much. Give her a big round of applause and an easy bow. So I'm very happy to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and I will do everything in my power to connect you to my spiritual master. I'm just his humble representative. And anything I've learned from him, I will share with you. And I will try to be the best example, so you literally have someone to follow. And I won't rest until you're back in the spiritual world. In some grove, as a gopi or a cowherd boy serving the divine couple, Radha and Krishna. That's also a powerful vow, because it may be that the disciple doesn't make it back home in one birth or two births. So becoming guru, actually the word guru also implies heavy. Like they say that the crown of the king is heavy with responsibility. So becoming a spiritual master is no easy task. It means taking on the burden of others, the burden of love, and guiding them back to the spiritual world. So I promise you at your initiation that, one day we'll be back with Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, in the spiritual world with the divine couple, Radha and Krishna. And I found a very beautiful and appropriate name for you, Beverly. Here we are. Where are we? Like, where are we? We're on the banks of the Ganges. Like, literally, it's a little slope here. We're on the bank of the Ganges. And we're in the association of so many swan-like personalities, yogis and spiritual seekers. And we're chanting the Yuga Dharma of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So this is a very special place with special people and a special mantra. And it's all here at Rishikesh. These places like Rishikesh, Vrindavan, Varanasi, Hardwar, they're like spiritual chakras in this material world. They have a certain energy to them. They're very special. Actually, whatever spiritual practice we perform here, the result is magnified 1,000 times. I said that last night. You can chant Hare Krishna in New York, Boston, Moscow, Sydney. They always benefit. But when you come here, or to Vrindavan in particular, and you chant these names, you get 1,000 times the benefit. So that you can remember you took your initiation here on the banks of the Ganga. You'll always remember that. I'm going to give you the following name, means servant of Ganga Devi, the queen amongst holy rivers. From this day forth, you should be known as Ganga Rani Dasi. Ganga Rani Devi Dasi ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Golok Prem Dan Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Hare Krishna Maha Mantra ki, Jai Gaur Premanandi, Jai Jai Sri Radhe Shyam. So now we'll consecrate this beautiful ceremony for this beautiful soul, Ganga Rani. What a name, Ganga Rani. She's going to sit in the fire performance here with our priest, who's very excellent at these fire yajnas. We'll be chanting a number of mantras as per tradition, maybe 20 minutes, something like that. It takes a little while, but it's what's required. So we'll chant, and you'll see that she'll be taking the grains in her fingers when he says the word svaha. Svaha means I offer my heart to the divine. So she'll be throwing the grains at the right moment, saying svaha. So you can participate and get some benefit by also saying svaha, when you're giving your heart to the divine as well. So let us proceed in this wonderful ceremony. Thank you again for being here. You make the ceremony what it is by your holy presence. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Swasti no Brihaspati Dadadu Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Go to pray. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare